Hello everybody, Chris and Bear here, and we're back doing something local Orlando.
Food truck time.
Yes, we found a little pop-up over here off Edgewater Drive, so we're gonna go try Jackfruit Vegan.
Be sure jackfruit.
You heard the thing.
I got the Sunday Feels sour beer. Oh, that's quite nice. Very light on the sour, very delicious. I would give it 4 out of 5 hops.
Sunday Fills on a Friday. I think we had Dogfish before actually, but didn't know they made a sour beer. This is interesting. Ooh, that is really good.
Up for 2 people.
A little complexity to it. Not as light as I was expecting. This will drink like a cider. A nice little beer. 4 out of 5 plus. I'm gonna have to find this. If you guys know where it is, let me know.
Ace Pineapple. I've had this beer before at Epcot. This tastes like pineapple juice. Which if you like that, you'll like this, but for me it's 1 out of 5 pineapples. Not my jam.
And I couldn't resist the Ace Park pineapple cider because this is probably as close to true veganism I'm ever gonna get. Oh, I could literally drink this all day. 4.5 out of 5 claws.
Our bag is ready. Let's see what we have in here. Ooh, door number 1. An empanada. I'm excited for this one. It's like a vegan pork empanada. Woohoo! This is hot. This is nachos. These are nacho no mo nachos. We have the next container, which contains a burger. This one's my burger. And lastly, bears. Oh wait, these are the nachos. That one must be bears. Well, oops. At least you can see it in all of its colorful, wonderful glory. Hello, jacked up vegan. First up we have the nachos. Now these nachos have impossible meat on them, and they make their own queso cheese. I think it's made out of guava. This bite also has some salsa on here, some tomato, and some tomatillo. Wow. That is a very flavorful, very wonderful, pseudo spicy bite of nacho. The cheese tastes extremely artificial, like movie theater cheese, like level. This is a great like drunk food snack. My mouth is tingling, like maybe a 4 out of 10 on the heat scale. I think it's I don't know if it's tomatillo or if it's salsa verde. It's probably salsa verde, just looking at the color. Overall, I'm going to rate these nachos a 4 out of 5 chips. It's a full and complete nacho. It's a little spicy. It's a little artificial tasting.
Nachos in like this chill spot, sort of like a backyard hangout, fairy lights, music from a bar. They have like a decent beer selection. This place is nice. This is like a place I would come with my vegan or plant-based friends to come hang out, have a couple beers, and have some greasy bar food. Let's see how it tastes. Ooh. Ah. I really do love how good Impossible mixes into a dish far more than any other plant-based meat. It just blends in like actual beef would. The tomatillo salsa has like a little bit of spice to it. The chips are fresh, the corn, lettuce is all good. It's nachos. And I would easily tell a princess this is nachos anymore. I'm good. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
It's been a minute since we've had a vegan empanada. The last time we had one was Zen Butcher empanada, and I was addicted to those. And then we have more of this salsa verde. It looks very nice and creamy. Very, very nice consistency of this. I don't know how I'm supposed to share this with Bear with only a fork. I'm gonna try and just like tear it apart. Nice, lovely little fill-ins. I'm gonna try it first just by itself, and then I'm gonna try it with salsa. I think it's very interestingly flavored. It's got some tomato in there. It's got, I think, some Impossible and some jackfruit. I'm not quite sure what to make of what it's supposed to taste like. Mind you, I've never had pork, and I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like pork. So, it's okay. It's not better than the Zen Butcher, but it's definitely up there. Let's try it with this verde and see if that kind of like kicks it up a notch or something. Yeah. It's definitely meant to be dipped in the sauce, and it gives it like a full flavor palette, like a full explosion in your mouth instead of like half of one, or like it doesn't taste like anything's missing. This bread cooked perfectly, flaky, crispy, wonderful. This is a beautiful empanada. Zen Butcher's known for empanadas, so you can't really compare the two. I'll probably give this a 4.5 out of 5 empanadas. Empanada, empanada. How many times can you say empanada?
Plant-based empanada. We keep running across these. Sort of reminds me of the quality of empanada llama that you've had before during our support local things. And here I again supporting local businesses. But let's see how this tastes. Well, that spice to it. I wouldn't call it porkish. It's more like a ground pork hamburger helper sort of filling. Let's try it with the verde. I'm surprised with just how much the sauce adds. It takes you like a whole nother level. You easily clear a plate of these. But it definitely gives you that like nice home cooked or like fair style empanada food. I approve. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
I ordered this burger because it was like an interesting, different, like pulled pork type burger. But in hindsight, I don't have a lot of utensils to eat it with, and I feel like it's going to be very messy because there's a slaw in it. So I kind of regret this decision, but I commit to my mistakes. Actually doesn't look too messy. It is a jackfruit dish. It's beautifully charred. You got some slaw, you got some crunchies. To your health. Ooh. Yes. The char really kicks up a notch. It almost tastes like it was charred or like cooked a little too long, so it's like slightly charred a little bit more than it should be, but I love me some char, so I'm not mad at that. There's also pickle in here, which definitely takes it up to the next level. I'm very glad that I ordered this very messy sandwich. I would rate it probably 3 out of 5 jackfruits, maybe 2.5, just marking it down for it being slightly burnt. And then my fruit. Lovely seasoned fruit. Got a nice little like sprinkling of the seasoning salt on it. Light little salt as well. Not overly salted, which is like a problem with most French fries. So these are very delicious. I'm gonna say these fries are a win. The fries are a 4.5 out of 5 potatoes.
So we like a new style burger. I'm glad that it's something different. But jackfruit, a pulled jackfruit on like a pretzel bun is interesting. I like the mix of the slaw, the pickled onions you can see in here. It does look like they have a little char. I love how like they like vegan butter the roll. These are all nice touches. So all we hear about here is really the end result. How's it gonna taste? I'm definitely getting a lot of Evolved Vegan Kitchen vibes. This place went Daytona. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it is a little burnt. However, you guys have been this long enough. I have voiced my opinion before. The problem with jackfruit and char as a pulled pork is it doesn't really maintain like the char you get from like a smoked or grilled like hunk of meat. This is a step in the right direction. It is, you get a little bit of the burnt taste, but overall there is a lot of flavor in a not so big package. As far as like jackfruit pulled pork barbecue, this is some of the best I think I've ever had. So even with the burnt, I'm not gonna knock off that much. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 5 claws. We're worried these weren't gonna pass the fry test. It seems they do. Fresh cut potato frites. No complaints here. They're a bit soggy. They can send me a little bit crushed, a little bit more crisp. It tastes like they've been sitting for a little bit, but I appreciate they're evenly salted. It's an average side, probably a little bit below average. I give those a 2 out of 5 claws. Luckily, the burger is that good.
Bear got this beautiful Impossible carne dish. We don't see carne very often, so we're into it. And there's plantains, which is interesting. I'm gonna take a bite here. Oh, look at that, there's rice down there. Ooh. This almost reminds me of like a taco salad where it just looks like a bunch of stuff meshed together. Oh yeah. Also reminds me of a taco salad, but not in a bad way. I think this is probably the best thing that we have here. It just tastes like elevated Taco Bell. I shouldn't say that because Taco Bell isn't really Mexican food. It's probably an insult. It tastes like a fine taco salad that I would get at any Mexican restaurant in California. Beautifully executed. Tastes amazing. No points off for anything on this dish. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 Mexican flags.
So I got this as their specialty section, this Carne Rice Bowl. I love the mixture of things, just looking down from the top, the sort of like different colored nacho strips, and then you have the crispy onions, the plantain, more of this verde sauce. I feel like the verde sauce here is their thing. And they do it well, so I'm not really gonna complain. But I love everything that's in here. It's like an actual bowl. But let's get a little bit of everything here. See if I can get one of these tortilla chips on there. There we go. Look at that fork full. Beautimous. I got the verde. I got the strips. I got the corn. This Impossible, I wouldn't say it tastes like carne. But I'm definitely getting like a seasoned ground pork from it. That's for sure. As for this plantain. This is a complete meal. Like, I would eat this. Even though it looks small, it's really dense. I'd be full after this. I think it's excellent tasting. I think, however, the Princess's pulled pork burger is a slight edge for me. I'd order this again, but for me, this is a 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Wild Basin. Does this not look like a bar of soap to you? I feel like it looks like a bar of soap to me. All designed as such. Anyway, black raspberry, here we come. It tastes like a White Claw, just like a sparkling water. It's not bad. It's good if you want a sparkling water. I give it 3 out of 5 seltzer waters.
This new seltzer craze everybody else is on, I feel like there's going to get a bunch of people on the scene and then the bubble's going to pop. But hey, more options is good for the rest of us, right? Sort of reminds me of like a stock Google phone wallpaper background, but let's see how she tastes. Diamond Tapping Water. 2 out of 5 plus.
Sierra Nevada makes a sour. Sour is my favorite. Oh, this is just extremely light in the sour. This is almost like drinking water. I kind of like this one. Guava, hibiscus, and strawberry. Yeah, 4 out of 5 strawberries.
Sierra Nevada. I've had a lot of their beers. Never really liked any of them. But it's nice to see them doing like some sour stuff. So that seems to be like the trendy thing right now. Yeah. That's a sour beer I can get on board with. Like, I don't like sour beers that are like too sour to the point where they're almost not drinkable. This is like a nice balance between like a beer and a sour beer. I could do this at a party. I could do this. 3.5 out of 5 plus. So that was
Jacked Up Vegan.
yes, that was Jacked Up Vegan.
Their food was incredible.
Yes, it's surprisingly good. This little chill hanging out spot. We like spots like these. You have to find more of these.
I wish there was more in North Florida, but we really appreciate having these in Central Florida.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the opportunity to showcase more small business. We are absolutely here for that.
All on board with that, and the food is so good. And
yes.
so much more affordable than some of the other places that we go.
So much better than theme park food. Like,
But,
leaps and bounds.
We want to know, have you heard of Jacked Up Vegan? If so, why not? Let us know in the comments if there's any other local place, local food truck you'd like us to try. That's going to be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe.
You heard the girl.